Hello everyone and welcome back to Modern English Talk. I'm Emma and I'm very happy to have you here with me today. Let me ask you a simple question. How many English words do you know? Maybe you know hundreds of words? Maybe you know thousands of words. You can understand English when you watch videos, listen to people, or read something online. But when you need to speak English, you may suddenly stop. You may think, what should I say? You may know the words, but you may not know how to put them together naturally. And this is very common for English learners. That is why today's lesson is going to be very useful for you. Today, we are going to learn 20 English phrases for daily life. These are simple phrases that you can use at home, at work, at school, while shopping, with your friends, or when talking to other people. You do not need difficult English to have a good conversation. You need simple English that you can remember and use with confidence. So in today's episode, I will teach you 20 useful everyday phrases. For every phrase, I will explain what it means, when you can use it, and I will give you a simple example. And there is one more important thing. Please don't just listen to me, speak with me. When I say a phrase, pause for a moment and repeat it aloud. Your goal is not to speak perfect English today. Your goal is to become a little more comfortable speaking English. So, if you are ready, take a deep breath, relax, and let's practice English together. Let's start with the first 4 phrases. These phrases are useful when you start your day and have simple conversations with people. Are you ready? Let's begin. Now, let's learn our first 4 everyday English phrases. Remember, these phrases are simple, but they are very useful. You may hear them every day in real conversations. I want you to listen carefully, understand the meaning, and then repeat each phrase with me. Let's start with phrase number 1. Good morning. How are you? This is one of the easiest and most useful English phrases. We usually use it when we meet someone in the morning. You can say it to your friend, your teacher, your coworker, your neighbor, or even someone you know casually. For example, imagine that you arrive at work at 8 o'clock in the morning. You see your coworker and you say, "Good morning, how are you?" The other person may answer, "Good morning, I'm good, thank you, how are you?" And you can say, "I'm doing well, thanks." Very simple. Now, don't just listen. Repeat after me. Good morning. Pause. Now, how are you? And together, good morning. How are you? Excellent. You can also use a shorter version. Morning. How are you? This sounds casual and friendly. So, when you meet someone in the morning, remember this simple phrase. Good morning. How are you? 2. How's your day going? Now let's learn our second phrase. How's your day going? This is a very natural phrase in everyday English. It means, is your day going well? You can use this phrase when you want to ask someone about their day. For example, imagine you are talking to your friend at lunchtime. You can ask, "Hey Sarah, how's your day going?" Sarah might say, "It's going well, I'm a little busy today." Or she might say, "It's good so far, how about you?" You can answer, "Mine is going well too." Notice something important. We do not always need to say, "How is your day going?" In everyday conversation, we often say, "How's your day going?" The word how's is a short form of how is. Now let's practice. Repeat after me. How's your day going? Again, how's your day going? And one more time, naturally, how's your day going? Great. You can use this phrase with friends, coworkers, classmates, and other people you know. It is a friendly way to start a conversation. 3. What are you up to? Now we have phrase number 3. This phrase is very common in casual English. What are you up to? At first, this phrase may sound strange. You may think, what does up to mean? But in this sentence, what are you up to simply means, what are you doing? Or what are your plans? For example, you call your friend in the afternoon. You say, hey Jack, what are you up to? Jack might answer, I'm just watching a movie. Or, I'm doing my homework. Or, I'm going to the store. You can also use it when asking about someone's plans. For example, what are you up to this weekend? Your friend might say, I'm going to visit my family. This is a very natural phrase, especially with friends and people you know well. But remember, it is usually casual. If you are speaking in a formal situation, you can say, what are you doing? Or what are your plans? Now let's practice. Repeat after me. What are you up to? Again, what are you up to? And now, what are you up to this weekend? Excellent. Try to remember this phrase because you will hear it often in movies, videos, podcasts, and real conversations. 4. I'll be there in a few minutes. Now let's learn our fourth phrase. I'll be there in a few minutes. This phrase is very useful when someone is waiting for you. It means that you are coming soon, but you need a little more time. For example, imagine your friend is waiting for you at a coffee shop. Your friend calls you and asks, where are you? You are almost there, so you say, I'll be there in a few minutes. This tells your friend, please wait for me, I'm coming soon. Here's another example. Your brother is waiting for you outside. He says, are you ready? You're putting on your shoes. You can say, almost, I'll be there in a few minutes. Very natural. You can also change the time. For example, I'll be there in 5 minutes, or I'll be there in 10 minutes. You can even say, I'll be there soon. All of these phrases are useful in daily conversations. Now, let's practice together. Repeat after me. I'll be there in a few minutes. Again, I'll be there in a few minutes. One more time, with confidence. I'll be there in a few minutes. Excellent. Now let's quickly review our first 4 phrases. Phrase number 1. Good morning. How are you? Phrase number 2, how's your day going? Phrase number 3, what are you up to? And phrase number 4, I'll be there in a few minutes. These 4 phrases are simple, but they can help you sound much more natural in everyday English. And remember, don't only memorize them, use them, say them when you are alone, practice them while you are walking, say them in front of a Welcome back. So far, we have learned 4 useful phrases for starting conversations and talking about your day. Now, let's continue with 4 more everyday English phrases. These phrases are especially useful when you are talking with your friends, family members, classmates, or people you know well. Again, don't just listen. Speak with me. Listen to the phrase, understand the meaning, and then repeat it aloud. Let's begin with phrase number 5. 5. What do you mean? This is a very useful phrase. What do you mean? We use this phrase when we do not completely understand what someone is saying. Maybe someone says something confusing. Maybe you understand the words, but you do not understand the person's idea. You can simply ask, what do you mean? For example, imagine your friend says, I think we should change our plans. You are not sure why. So you ask, what do you mean? Your friend might explain, I mean, instead of going to the restaurant, let's eat at home. Now you understand. Here is another example. Someone says, you should be more careful. You can ask, what do you mean? They may answer, I mean, you should check your work before you send it. So, what do you mean is a simple way to ask someone to explain their idea. It is very common in everyday English. Now, repeat after me. What do you mean? Again, what do you mean? And one more time, what do you mean? Excellent. Remember, you can use this phrase whenever you need more information or a clearer explanation. 6. That sounds great. Now let's learn phrase number 6. That sounds great. This phrase is used when someone tells you an idea, plan, or piece of news that you like. It shows that you are happy or excited about what the other person said. For example, your friend says, I'm going to visit my family this weekend. You can say, that sounds great. Or your friend says, I found a new English class. You can answer, that sounds great. Maybe your friend says, let's go to the park tomorrow. You can say, that sounds great. It is a positive and friendly phrase. Notice that we say, that sounds great. We are not talking about a sound like music or noise. Here, sounds means seems or appears to be. So when someone tells you about a good idea, you can say, that sounds great. Let's practice. Repeat after me. That sounds great. Again, that sounds great. And now say it naturally. That sounds great. Excellent. You can also say, that sounds good. This is another very common phrase. For example, let's meet at 6. That sounds good. Simple and natural. 7. I'm not sure. Now let's learn phrase number 7. I'm not sure. This is a very important phrase because you do not always know the answer. Sometimes someone asks you a question, but you don't know what to say. Instead of staying silent, you can say, I'm not sure. For example, someone asks, what time does the store close? You don't know. You can say, I'm not sure. Or maybe your friend asks, are you going to the party tonight? You haven't decided yet. You can say, I'm not sure. You can also make the phrase a little longer. For example, I'm not sure. Let me check.